Hi Scorpio, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your mid-month reading, 16th to the 30th of September. Yeah, I love the autumn time. I just love it. So yeah, hope you guys are having a great time. I've got your reading already laid out. Now this was already recorded, but when I look back at the recording, I thought there's something that I missed to say to Scorpio in that recording. So I thought I'm going to record it again with the cards, the way that they came out. I'm sorry that you didn't see them being flipped on screen, but yeah, I always play back the recording of the videos. And if there's something I feel that I've missed, I can't, it will play on my mind for days. So I just thought it was really important to, you know, show you guys, you know, what I felt about this reading. And it's pretty powerful reading for Scorpio. The reason as well that I wanted to show you the layout is because I'm doing the Gypsy Tarot Love Spread slightly different. Usually would have had the 7 columns all together, and you know, this would have been the mental, present, hopes and desires, expectations, hidden factors, immediate future and overall outcome. We're doing it slightly different. There's no mental and emotional in this particular spread for the Gypsy Tarot Love Spread. What we've got here is down the centre, we've got the 3 cards showing the general energies around love for you guys in the last 2 weeks of September. We've got the distant past showing here. We've got the recent past showing here. So this will be the distant past of your love lives, the recent past. We've then got the present situation. So you've got present situation here, present situation here. And then you've got the immediate future, so what should happen in the last 2 weeks of September for some of you guys, and the overall outcome. So how the situation sort of wraps itself up in the overall outcome here, okay? So without further ado, let's get on with your reading. And it'll be quicker doing it this way anyway. So what's the energies around you guys? Well, you've got a Knight of Swords showing up here. The Knight of Swords is fast, he's furious, he's impulsive when it comes to love. I don't like knights in love. I don't mind seeing the Knight of Cups if he's offering something substantial, alright? If he, you know, Knight of Cups can be a great card when you are expressing your feelings to someone, when you're giving a gift to someone. It can come with kindness and purity of heart and that type of thing. But Knight of Cups is a you know, if I were to, somebody would say, how, you know, can you describe this man that's just come into my life and it's a Knight of Cups? I'd probably say, yeah, he's lovely, he's very romantic. He wants to express stuff to you. He's very open romantically. But the problem with the Knight of Cups is he's a dreamer. So Knight of Cups hates flaws, loves beauty. That's the problem with the Knight of Cups. He likes perfection. He's into perfection. So a Knight of Cups type, especially if you're 10 years into a marriage and this person's still showing as a Knight of Cups and you've got issues, it's because the problem person's probably a narcissist and likes the honeymoon stage of relationships. That's the problem with the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Swords and Knight of Wands I'm not keen on either. I've got to be honest, because they're impulsive characters within the tarot. So these 2 guys, Knight of Swords and Knight of Wands, they tend to kind of go with their, you know, their impulses, their sexual feelings, but they burn out really, really quickly. And this is what the Knight of Swords does. It might be that you've got a Gemini person around you, or it could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or you've got somebody who's very, very impulsive when it comes to love around you, Scorpio. That's one of the energies showing for the first 2 weeks in September. Okay, I think this is you, Scorpio. I think you're on your guard maybe around this individual. Queen of Swords in love, she's been scorned. So she's been really hurt in love in the past, Scorpio. She doesn't want to be hurt anymore. She's kind of the type of person that was once bitten, twice shy. That's with the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is a beautiful, all of the queens, all of the characters are beautiful within the tarot. But I really love the Queen of Swords because she, in the upright, she's fair. She's often considered to be a counsellor, a therapist, somebody who can help you with mental issues going on. She's a really good character to get. But the thing that I like about the Queen of Swords is she's a no-nonsense character. She won't be fooled by, for example, you get Magician and Queen of Swords. If a magician comes and speaks to a Queen of Swords, he's trying to lure her in. You know, he's trying to create a fantasy for the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords will say, tell him to go and fuck off. Because that's the type of individual. She's no nonsense. And I think that this is you guys, Scorpio. I think what you're doing around this Knight of Swords is you're saying, no, no, no. You know, you're either cutting this individual out, or what you want is the truth from this individual. Because Queen of Swords also represents the need to have the truth in a situation. All right, let's have a look at what's going on here. It's either you guys, you've got this Queen of Swords, and I'm reading this as Scorpio. I feel that strongly this is Scorpio here. I think that this is some energy around you. I think you're either cutting it out, possibly because of patterns of behaviour, Eight of Pentacles represents patterns. It might be also the need to work on yourself, because the Eight of Pentacles, when it's in the upright, is all about effort and focus on achieving a goal. So you guys might be cutting this energy out because there is the need to work on yourself, the need to put some effort into yourselves with the Eight of Pentacles. It might be that you're needing to, with this Queen of Swords, needing to work on yourself mentally, for example. Could also be that what you don't want around this individual is for them to be too flash, which is what the Knight of Swords is. You don't want them to be too impulsive, too much in a rush for the relationship, whatever this situation is, whether this is somebody from the past or new. Because I feel with this Queen of Swords, you're being very logical around this situation. It might be that you want to work on. It might be that communication you need to work on with this individual. So it might be that there is a person such as a Knight of Swords around you guys, either coming in, or an older, or somebody who's been around you before. And it might be that communication is something that you guys need to work on with this individual as well. So it might be communication, because the Queen of Swords is all about clearly communicating something here because of the Eight of Pentacles. With the Eight, it might be that clear communication needs to be worked on with that Eight of Pentacles as well. So flash person around you, but communication might need to be worked on. For some of you guys, it might be flash person around you, impulsive person. You might be cutting this individual out because you recognise there's more work that needs to be done on you. It might be, for some of you guys, you want to cut out the energies of this because you'd like to work towards something with this individual. Let's have a look at the distant past for you guys. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune showing up, and Wheel of Fortune usually shows a change. It doesn't have to be good, and it doesn't have to be bad. It's a neutral card within the tarot. It can turn for good or bad. So there were changes. Okay, so you had changes in a relationship, I feel, this Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Changes in a relationship, I would say here. Now, Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Pentacles are good together because, you know, fortunate changes bring great wealth, for example. If we were talking about money here, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. This is a change here, a change card, but it's a good fortune change has led to the Ten of Pentacles. Brought in some great fortune, brought in stability, maybe an inheritance, maybe it's a windfall of money with that type. But we're looking at love here. So reading the story, I think that there were changes maybe that came in a relationship here. Now the Ten of Pentacles would often represent a relationship you might have been building up with someone. Might be with the Ten of Pentacles that it was a stable relationship. Might be that there were changes in a relationship here. Let's have a look at the last card. That led to severance maybe, because Ace of Swords often means severance or the truth. So it might be there were changes in a relationship. It might be that there was something to do with severance, or something had come to light. So clarity is the Ace of Swords. It represents a mental breakthrough. Might be changes in a relationship's brought a mental breakthrough to some of you guys, because Ace of Swords is mental breakthrough. So I am thinking of the distant past, maybe some changes with that Wheel of Fortune. Could be a long-term relationship or a relationship you were building, Scorpio. Might have brought some clarity, breakthrough, or even severance, maybe with that Ace of Swords. In the recent past, you've got the Magician. So I'm probably reading this as you guys as well. The Magician represents somebody who's got an intention that they want to act on. So I think that Scorpios have had an intention here. What is your intention? Well, the intention is to have severance. So some of you guys in the recent past, it might be your intention was to sever ties with an individual with that Five of Swords by blocking them out with that Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands often means, it can mean that you're protecting something, but I also feel, well, I don't also feel, I know. Seven of Wands is either where you're protecting or you're blocking out. If you're protecting, you're usually protecting yourself against others, or against somebody's interest, or against somebody's words. So sometimes the Seven of Wands means a wagging finger. And it might be that you need to protect yourself, guard yourself from people who are being mean, or they're being very accusatory, for example, with that Seven of Wands. But it's often the card that says you're either defending yourself or you're defending something. I feel you guys in the recent past, I think that there were changes in a relationship that brought some clarity to you guys. Ace of Swords could be severance as well, in which I feel that you have the intention in the recent past to cut someone out by blocking them. Seven of Wands. Alright, so I think you're cutting someone out by blocking them out with the Seven of Wands energy. And it could be by blocking your phone, ignoring their texts, their emails, for example, getting rid of their pictures, whatever it is, Scorpio. I think that you've had the intention to do that because there were changes in a relationship that brought some form of clarity to you guys. In the present, you guys are the Nine of Pentacles. I'm reading you guys as being the Nine of Pentacles, the Magician, and also the Queen of Swords. And they're all very strong cards. So I'm reading you guys as being very strong here. I think that you've been, some of you guys might have felt on your own. If you're still in a relationship, I feel that you felt on your own with this Nine of Pentacles energy. all right? I think that though you've been, the Nine of Pentacles, you've been settled, because the Nine of Pentacles, when you get the nines, they're all about people who are single, but that you can be happily single or unhappily single, so, or unhappily on your own or happily on your own. Nine of Cups shows somebody who's happy on their own. They've got plenty of friends, they do a lot of partying, a lot of communicating with others. Nine of Pentacles usually shows somebody who could possibly be in a gilded cage, so they've got lots of nice clothes, nice things around them, but the one thing they don't really have is love, but they use the material objects or the things that they have around them, whether it's work, whether it's possessions, to make up for that, okay? Nine of Swords is where somebody's upset or worrying on their own, and the Nine of Wands is somebody who is very confident, they're standing in their power, but nevertheless they might be a little bit suspicious and on their guard. I think that you guys with this Nine of Pentacles, it's a good card to get being on your own or feeling on your own, because you've got things around you that make up for that here. What's the next card? However, we've got the Nine of Pentacles. Now, I might read this as maybe an independent man or a wealthy man, because the Nine of Pentacles represents wealth as well. So it could be a wealthy man is around, wealthy male or female. If I were to read those, maybe it's a combination. Wealthy male or female is around some of you guys in the present, all right? What's this man looking at? Well, he's looking at the star. This could easily, I feel, be that this is you, Scorpio, the Nine of Pentacles, sexy, independent, male or female, doing your own thing, all right, concentrating on your own self-worth. There's an individual around you in the present, Scorpio, all right? King of Pentacles could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If it's not Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, this person is all about the value. And he's looking at the value in you as being the star. I think there's somebody who's putting you on a pedestal here, Scorpio, in the final 2 weeks of September. But they're looking at your body. When you get the Pentacles, they're all to do with money, food, sex, body, for example, health. This is you guys potentially here, Nine of Pentacles individual. And I think there's somebody around you who's looking at what your worth is to them, because the King of Pentacles is someone, he's a great guy for somebody, great guy or girl for somebody who wants to settle down. Yes, great. Very stable energy within the tarot. On the flip side of the King of Pentacles, he can be awfully shallow, somebody who looks at what the value is of everything. So how does he or she dress? Will they fit in with my friends? How does he or she look? Do they paint their nails? Do they paint their toenails? Do they wear a short skirt and heels? Does he wear a tie and suit? That type of thing. So he's all about what the external looks like. And I'm noticing this King of Pentacles is looking over at the star, and I think this King of Pentacles is looking over at you. For some of you guys, it might be that if there were a change in a relationship in which you found out the truth, it might be that you're on your own here, because a King of Pentacles is looking over at somebody else, because the King of Pentacles is looking at over at the start. It might be an Aquarius, male or female, or it might be that this person, could be for some of you guys, you're on your own here because somebody around you is looking at someone else, which is the star, okay? So it could go either way. If this is you, Scorpio, this person might be looking at you, putting you on a pedestal. You're the star, you're the ish, you're beautiful, but they're looking at you for external reasons. There's not a lot of depth here with this individual, all right? Especially if there's been changes in a relationships that have brought some form of truth in the distant past. And I think that you guys have the intention to cut someone out by blocking them with that Seven of Wands. It might be that if you are here, you're feeling strong about this, doing this in the present. You're feeling independent, beautiful, sexy with this energy here. You're looking, this person here around you is looking at the star. Could be that you're feeling independent, you're feeling a sense of self, again, self-worth. Might be around you that whoever this person is that you're blocking out might be looking at somebody else here in the last 2 weeks of September. But it could also be that this person, if they're new, they're looking at you, but they're looking at you for external reasons, potentially with this energy here. Other than that, it might be somebody around you that's looking at somebody else. Or this is an independent, wealthy individual and they're looking for a star. All right, so somebody, I could understand with the King of Pentacles, because he does look at everything from a very superficial level. A lot of stuff from a very superficial level. It's no longer, King of Cups is about unconditional love. It's about accepting somebody for who they are. But this person will accept you only on a certain criteria often. So it might be somebody around you that's only accepting of you in terms of a certain criteria that you hold. But it also might be that you're on your own, because this King of Pentacles could be the person that you were involved with here that you're blocking out is looking over at someone else. We've got the Eight of Wands, Five of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. I feel that if somebody's looking at somebody else here around you, Scorpio, I think that if this is almost advice here, where the universe is saying that, because the Eight of Wands represents messages from spirit. So we could use it and say, turn those words around and say spiritual. I think that this relationship is spiritually divided. This relationship suffers from spiritual deprivation. You've got the Eight of Wands spiritual, and this is the deprivation card. So I feel that this relationship here with this Eight of Wands, so I think that this suffers from, there is spiritual deprivation within this relationship. All right, so whether this is somebody around you that's looking at someone else, or whether this is somebody around you who's looking at you like you're the star, they're putting you on a pedestal, but they're looking at you for external reasons, Scorpio, I feel that the universe is saying to you that there is spiritual deprivation within this relationship. Six of Cups is relationships, Five of Pentacles is deprivation, and Eight of Wands is spiritual. Spiritual deprivations in relationship. So, you don't need to fear. If there's somebody around you that you've broken up with or you're blocking out, they might be looking at someone else, but it's saying to you, I feel, that this relationship, and even if this person is looking at someone else, it might be advising you that whoever it is that they're looking at now, Scorpio, there is spiritual deprivation in this new relationship, because Six of Cups can all be about new relationships as well. All right, not just old ones, but new ones. Spiritual deprivations in this relationship. So if this King of Pentacles is looking at someone new, you guys on your own, independent, King of Pentacles looking at somebody new, looking at another star, for example. This might be where there were changes in a relationship because of the truth, because of mental clarity. It might be that you found out that this is the type of person that does this. They look at people for the sole reason of what the superficial element is of that individual, rather than what the emotional element, what the depth is. This is somebody that probably doesn't have much depth. So it might be, if you guys are on your own here, this person here, King of Pentacles, as I said, can be earth sign, but it can be any sign. But really what we're looking at is the archetype. This person might be currently looking for a star. It might be that this person is spiritually deprived in terms of developing relationships, because Six of Cups can be developing a relationship. It's a child card. Okay? Either way you want to look at it, if you guys are on your own, somebody's looking at somebody else around you. For me, it's saying that this relationship, anyway, Scorpio, whether it's the new relationship this person has, is spiritually deprived in building this relationship, spiritually deprived relationship. If this is you and you've got somebody around you who's looking at you for superficial reasons, I feel that the universe is saying that there is spiritual deprivation in this relationship. All right, so this relationship doesn't really have, I feel, whether it's new, whether it's old, whether it's somebody looking at someone else, doesn't really have anywhere to go, guys. So you've done the right thing here. In the recent past, the intention to block, to sabotage completely and block somebody out here. I think you did the right thing, Scorpio, in the recent past. Because you're feeling independent here. And even if this person, even if it's the same person and they're looking at you like the star, because you are, the other Nine of Pentacles, if all of a sudden they found that you're independent, you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, and they're looking at you now like, ah, shit, should have stuck there. Or shit, I want this person back. It's the same old deal, because the relationship is spiritually deprived. So there's still going to be spiritual deprivation in a relationship. So if this is somebody that is still around you, Scorpio, I do feel that you're going to have spiritual deprivation in this relationship. If this person around you is looking at somebody else, I still feel that there is going to be spiritual deprivation within the relationship, because I feel that it's this person that needs to change, this King of Pentacles. I think they need to change their outlook and how they're approaching relationships. Either way. Let's have a look at what the immediate future holds. Well, you've got feuds and disputes with that Five of Wands happening. The Three of Wands. I feel that this person, if there's somebody around you and they're showing you some form of attention, because remember the star represents somebody who's being recognised. So if this is you, Scorpio, which I strongly feel it is, independent, knows what your self-worth is, you're enjoying life on your own terms with that Nine of Pentacles, and you've got a king around you, male or female, that's looking at you now like you're valuable, now like you're worth something. It's saying that there's spiritual deprivation in this relationship, because in the immediate future, there is a feud here. And why is there a feud? Three of Wands. This person here is launching a feud, because the Three of Wands means to launch. And why are they launching a feud with you? Well, because of the Three of Pentacles, Three of Cups, sorry. They've got other people behind them. It might be in the immediate future as well that it's saying, you know, in the present, this relationship is spiritually deprived. Relationship spiritually deprived. or spiritual deprivation is in this relationship, because this person, they might be wanting to launch something with you, but they might be looking at the other people as well, other competitors. 5 of Wands shows competitors in work and love. So it might be that they're not just looking at you, they're looking at others. Plus, they've got a trail of people behind them that they can call on at any one time. I feel this King of Pentacles is a bit of a player. Got lots and lots of people around them, in front of their face, behind them. They've got them all over the show. And I think that this is why it's saying that this is a spiritually deprived relationship. Because this person isn't really invested in having relationships, whether they're new or old. Somebody around you, somebody's with somebody else. This person is no good for you, Scorpio. Because what they're doing is they're launching problems through the 3 of Cups. Alright, they're launching problems with you because they've got other people that they're interested in behind them. They can call on these people at any one time. Also, they might be looking at other people right in front of your face. They're launching something with you, but they might be launching other things with other people, and plus they've got lovers behind them. This is somebody who potentially gets around. They've got other people around them, Scorpio, and that's why in the present there is spiritual deprivation in this relationship, because there's nothing that you can do about it. It doesn't matter how beautiful you become, how sexy you become, how independent you become, that person will never change, because this King of Pentacles is always looking for a star. And when you get people that are always looking for stars, they're never looking for, you know, the truth. They're never looking for the honesty and the depth of a relationship. They're always looking for excitement. I think for some of you guys, you're dealing possibly with a narcissist, from what I can see. Because you look at the direction of the cards, King of Pentacles looks straight ahead at that star. He's looking at the hair, the body, the beauty of the individual. They're not looking for depth. They're looking for excitement. And they're looking for someone that they can put on a pedestal. And there's nothing wrong with putting people on pedestals as long as you have valid reasons for putting that person on a pedestal. If all you do is put a person on a pedestal for the way that they look, you're going to be sorely disappointed when that person gets a wrinkle, or if they've got a flaw, or if something goes wrong. You'll never stick around, and that's what this King of Pentacles won't do, because he's always looking at the competition in front of him, what else is out there, and he's always got people behind him or her. This is readings for male or female. So I feel that this reading is saying there's nothing you can do about this individual. They'll always be the same. No matter what you do, who you become, how you are, this person will always be the same. Because what they're doing is that they're always looking at the competition in front, and they've always got followers behind. What's the overall outcome for this? Well, there's an announcement, Page of Wands, showing up here, Scorpio. That announcement is something is over. What is that? Commitment or potential for commitment. I think that you guys are going to be announcing to someone that something is over here by the end of the 2 weeks, by the end of September, 16th to the 30th. I think you're going to do that. If you don't do it, this person will do it for you. But I think it strongly feel that it's Scorpio. Because there's nothing that you can do about whoever this individual is, Scorpio. They've got people in front of them, they've got people behind. Alright? Yeah, they're always launching fuse. They're always launching. This person lives in chaos. They're always launching chaos because of the people around them. And this is somebody who's looking for a star. Here you are, Scorpio, beautiful, sexy, independent. They might be looking at you like you're the star. But the problem is the immediate future shows a feud. And that feud is being launched by this 3 of Wands individual, because they've got a trail of individuals behind them, but also they've got people that they're looking at. They're not just looking at you as a star, they're looking for a star. And remember, the King of Pentacles is a very cautious individual. He never ever takes a girlfriend until he's sure that she can fulfill every bit of his criteria. Tick box, hair tick, you know, body tick, face tick, long legs tick, all on the superficial here. Be very careful with this individual. If it's somebody around you, you're not going to have any success with them, I feel, Scorpio. If it's somebody new that comes in, be very careful. And that might be why the energies are this Knight of Swords. Impulsiveness, you guys are cutting out, because you need to work on something here. If this is the person, I strongly suspect this Knight of Swords is that King of Pentacles. I'm reading Scorpio as being the Magician, the Queen of Swords, and the 9 of Pentacles individual. Here, you're also the 7 of Wands. You're also probably this Page of Wands. I think some of you guys are announcing something is over in terms of a commitment. Whether you're announcing it to the person, or you're announcing it to your friends, or you're announcing it to somebody else, you're announcing here that something is over in terms of a commitment. I don't see this going any further, because I think that there is recognition of who this person is. We'll quickly go through the reading again. You guys, general energies around you, there is impulsive, fast-moving energy. Nice source could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or somebody who goes with their passions. I feel that you're either cutting this person out, or you want to communicate the truth in terms of Eight of Pentacles. You want to communicate maybe wanting to work on this situation with them. All right, might be that you're communicating that you're tired of the situation, because the Eight of Pentacles represents to do something over and over and over again, and it can be a laborious card. So around this individual, you might be communicating that you're tired of the situation here. There's no change. It keeps going round in circles. Some of you guys might be cutting this individual out because of the Eight of Pentacles, the need to work on oneself. I feel in the distant past there was a change. Could be a long-term relationship, Ten of Pentacles, and a relationship you were building with another individual. I think it came through mental clarity or clear communication here with the Ace of Swords, or maybe some form of severance. I think in the recent past, you guys' intention is to cut this individual out by blocking them with that Seven of Wands. I feel in the present situation, you guys are feeling far more confident about yourselves with that Nine of Pentacles. There's still a person around you. It could be new, but it could still be the same person here who's putting you on a pedestal. Could simply be because you've risen up from the situation as that Nine of Pentacles. However, I feel that what this is saying, it might also be this person's looking for another star, because this shows an independent and single individual. So it could also be this person's looking at another star here. Might be Aquarius, doesn't have to be. But I feel that either way, it's saying here that this is a spiritually deprived relationship. This Eight of Wands suggests to me that this is spiritual. There is spiritual deprivation in this relationship. Okay? Because the immediate future shows this person here launching some form of problem, worries, angst, fight, dispute. Possibly because they've got other people around them. Other lovers, Three of Cups. Other people showing interest. It could also be that though this person's launching something with you, they're looking at what the competition is. They're enjoying it. You'd see the excitement. Look how he looks out at that Five of Swords, Five of Wands. And he's enjoying it. So this individual, male or female, is enjoying the fight. They're enjoying it. They're expecting disputes, but they're also looking at what the competition is. They're really eager to do that, because behind them is the Three of Cups. They've got people that they're looking at in front of them and people behind. This person's got lots of people, lots of interest around them, and that's the problem. Therefore, in the overall outcome, I think that you guys are announcing, whether it's to this person, to your friends, to your family, you're announcing that there is an end to this commitment, or you're announcing that there is an end to a potential commitment with this individual, whether it's to the person, to your friends, to your family, whoever it is that you're announcing it to, you're announcing it. And I think that you Scorpios are very serious this time. There is somebody around you who's showing as a King of Pentacles. Doesn't have to be an Earth sign, but I don't feel Scorpio's going to go there, because I think you know what this individual is about. You can see it here with these cards. You know that this person isn't loyal. They're always looking for a star, whether it's you or whether it's somebody else. They're always looking for a star. They're always looking for someone that can make them feel good, because somebody who needs to look here, and behind them is, you know, more people here. This is somebody who's quite restless. This is somebody who's not happy or not contented just to be in one relationship. This is somebody who's always in and out, because I think this person's bored. So they're always looking for excitement. And I think that you guys, whether you're announcing it to your friends, your family, to the person's face, you're announcing that there is an ending to this commitment here. All right, that is your reading. We're going to get your Romance Angels card and see what the advice card is for Scorpio. Universe, Spirit, Angels, what is the advice that you have for Scorpio on this 16th to the 30th of September reading, for their love reading? What is the advice, Angels? Give me the correct advice that you have for Scorpio. Show me. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So there you go. You need to clearly decide what you want. Alright, your love life, I've just put another card. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. There you go. So it says very soon you need to clearly decide what you want, because your love life is being affected. Alright, your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So I feel that you need to decide what you want around this individual, Scorpio, whoever this individual is. Because I feel that this, you know, this is why it's showing spiritual deprivation in this relationship. And you know that because this person here is always looking for a star, whether it's you, whether it's somebody else. They're not looking for love's sake. They're looking for someone that they can put on a pedestal. Somebody who can make them feel that they're worth it. Alright? This person has I would say probably insecurities all of their own. And you need to decide, clearly decide what you want, because I feel that your spiritual ideology, I feel that your truth, okay, is affecting this. I feel if there's somebody around you that's doing this, being with this person, Scorpio, will be devaluing what your true feelings are, how you've been brought up, what your conventional wisdom is, what your religious maybe ideas are, what your spiritual ideas are on love and relationships, monogamous relationships, for example. And I feel that this is why you guys are announcing the ending of a commitment, because what this is saying to me is this person's looking all over the place. You're announcing the ending of this commitment because what you want is a monogamous relationship. You don't want somebody that's going to come in and out and do this with you guys, whether it's a new person or whether it's somebody around you. I don't think you want that. All right? And that's why you need to clearly decide what it is that you want, because your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. All right? So you can either decide to sit within your truth, Scorpio, and what you believe a relationship should be, and you're this Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is a badass lady. This badass lady, badass man, this is somebody who's independent. They don't need love for love's sake. Depends. I think you need to sit with this Nine of Pentacles and carry on being the badass bitch that you are, Scorpio, man. Alright? You go there with this individual and then you're going to be devaluing yourself all over. This Eight of Wands is saying spiritual deprivation in relationship. And it is. It's spiritually it's spiritually deprived. There's no spirituality to this King of Pentacles. Everything's about the money. Everything's about the value. Everything's about the way that you look. There's no real depth to whoever this individual is, Scorpio. So it's up to you. But, you know, it's telling you to clearly decide what you want, because your religious beliefs and your spiritual path is being deeply affected by whoever this person is. Okay, that's your reading, Scorpio, I would like to say. Thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. And I'll speak to you guys really soon. Well, October. Take care.